What's up everyone, Darcblade here with a quick information video regarding this week's limited bounties and event quests for Monster Hunter Wilds. This is for the week starting the 28th of May 2025. So let's jump into this. Now this week is a little bit of a mixed bag. It does have new content, but in terms of event quests and limited bounties is a little bit dull. Now today's video, well this week's video is going to be divided into two videos basically, as one of the main events of this week is we have the Street Fighter 6 collaboration event, and that would be in its own separate video as it is quite in depth. This week also introduced the patch 1.011 for all systems, which was around between 4 to 9 gigabytes depending on what system you're on. This introduces obviously the Street Fighter collaboration event, which we'll talk about in a separate video. You now have access to monsters who are of a higher tempered level. So basically we get access to 8-star tempered monsters. These include the likes of Gormagala, Raid Dao, Ufduna, New Udra, Jindahad, and there are a few already existing tempered 8-star monsters such as Mizuzune and Arkveld. They also added a feature where you can preview and see what endemic life you have already collected. You get this by talking to Fernindad in the Widwood Plains base camp. There's been new armor, talismans and skills added to your hunter, palico, and so on and so forth. There's a lot. Also, the hammer has received a numerous amount of buffs, making it more powerful. Now, if you're interested to see what has come or changed with this patch, I'll leave a link down in the description below where you can check out what has changed, although I may do a separate video when it comes to the weapons, as there's quite a bit to go over. But anyway, moving on to this week's event quests and limited bounties. First of all, the limited bounties, which are found by talking to the palico at the support desk or in your menus. This week we have the following. First of all, we have to complete 5 quests ranked 1 star or higher. This means that we can do any quests at any rank, and for doing so, we'll get some Armor Sphere Plus. Next up is to complete 3 quests in the Oil Well Basin. Again, this can be done at any rank, and for doing so, you've got a Silver Melding ticket and some Armor Sphere Plus. Next up is to hunt 5 large high-rank fanged beasts. Fanged beasts include the likes of a Jarakan and Dushagama, and for doing so you'll get a Silver Relic ticket and advanced armor spheres. Next up is to hunt 3 tempered monsters ranked 5-star or higher, and for doing so you'll get some Aura Calcite and some hard armor spheres. And then finally is to complete all of this week's other limited bounties, and for doing so you'll get some pick a meal vouchers and a heavy armor sphere. So those are all the limited bounties we have this week. What about event quests? Well, first of all, no, the Street Fighter quest is not an event quest. It's actually a permanent quest. And like I said, it will be covered in a separate video, so check that out as it will be released shortly after this one. But what event quests do we have? Well, first of all is King of a Faraway Sky, a 6-star high rank quest that requires hunters to be hunter rank 31 or above to take part in. This has players taking on a tempered guardian Rathalos in the ruins of Wyveria. And for completing this quest, you're rewarded with quite a few materials that can be turned into Artian weapons. Next up is Running Wild, a 5-star high rank quest that requires players to be hunter rank 21 or above to take part in, and has players taking on a guardian Vogel Anjanath in the Wyverian ruins. And for completing this quest, you're rewarded with the sealed dragon cloth that can be turned into the sealed dragon armor piece. This is wonderful for layered armors. Apart from that though, there's no new event quests. But like I said, this week is mostly going to be centered around the Street Fighter collaboration event. Also, there's been news that layered weapons will be coming with Title Update 2, so this is something to look forward to. But anyway, that's about it for this week's limited bounties and event quests. What are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below, and until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you a quick information video for Monster Hunter Wilds. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.